What's going on, guys? We are going to be taking a look at the best PvP armor traits right now in the Elder Scrolls Online. Since so many things have changed over the past 2 to 3 patches, I decided to give new and returning players a speed up to all the armor trait changes. I plan on doing a weapon and jewelry traits video next. If you guys want to see that, please let me know. So let's rank the armor traits from the worst to the best for PvP. For the worst trait, we have Endpin. Endpin trait adds critical resistance to your armor. In layman's terms, critical resistance is similar to physical and spell resistance, but it reduces the damage you take from critical damage. This once godlike trait used to give you 258 resistance, giving you 1806 critical resistance for 7 pieces at gold quality. The first nerf occurred in Greymoor. It dropped to 172. Then in Stonethorn, it was further reduced to its current state at 127 critical resistance. Now for 7 pieces, you get 889 critical resistance. This trait was nerfed by 49%. Combine that with the added critical resistance stat of 1320, regardless of gear or CP allocation. Endpin trait has become obsolete when compared to other traits. For this reason, Endpin is the worst trait for PvP right now in my opinion. Tell me your thoughts in the comments. For the next trait, we have Reinforced. This trait is really only viable on the chest. So on a full 7 heavy build, Reinforced only adds 2,382 physical and spell resistance, which is a very low amount. In its essence, Reinforced increases the armor value of the item by 16% at gold quality. The chest being the biggest armor piece, it goes best there. This trait is not valuable as many people run heavy armor and are already close to the cap, so Reinforced won't help too much anyways. Regardless, in its current state, Reinforced is still better than Endpin. The next trait, we have Fortified Nirncrux. This trait is similar to Reinforced, that it increases your physical and spell resistance, but by a flat number rather than a percentage. At its current state, it gives 253 armor. It was recently nerfed in Stonethorn. It used to be 301, now it's 253. Nobody to my knowledge ever really ran it anyways. This trait is only decent on light armor pieces, as a flat value would be better than having a percentage like Reinforced, but I don't recommend this trait in any capacity at all for any build. For the next trait, we have Infused. This trait is solid, giving you a 25% increase to the glyph on the gear. This will beef up your max stat build, but I can't recommend enough. If you run Infused, I suggest only running it on the big pieces. What is a big piece, you may ask? A big piece is the head, chest, and legs if you look at the enchant value. For example, if you put a max magic glyph on a non-infused trait gear, you get 868 magic. But if you put it on an infused trait gear, you get 1085 from that piece. If you look at the small pieces, that's going to be the shoulders, the waist, the hands, and the feet. They only get 351 magic on a non-infused piece, but on an infused piece they receive 439 magic. Infused is really only valuable to increasing your max stat pool. When doing a max stat build, it's best in slot to run infused big pieces and divine small pieces, with the mage and tower Mundus Stone for a magic and stamina build respectively. For the next trait, we have Well Fitted. The Well Fit trait has made a recent comeback when they changed around the traits in Stonethorn. They buffed Well Fitted, adding a lot of value. This trait will reduce the cost of sprinting and dodge rolling by 6% at gold quality. Well Fit is ideal for a fast and nimble class, similar to Stamina Nightblades, as most of the time they run a quick and dodge rolly type of build. Ideally, you want 2 or 3 Well Fitted with 4 to 5 Divines pieces to min-max the build. If you want to go more, go more. If you want to go less, go less. It's all up to your build and playstyle. For the next trait, we have Sturdy. This trait is meant for someone who blocks often. Typically, a tank would use this. Sturdy decreases the cost of blocking by 4% per piece, therefore reducing the cost of blocking. Sturdy is a very good option, especially for tanky builds in PvP, as most of them block to further reduce their damage mitigation and survivability. For the next trait, we have Invigorating. This trait is rather interesting. After crunching some numbers, this trait actually isn't half bad. At gold quality, giving you 16 health, stamina, and magic recovery, having 7 pieces, you get 112 health, magicka, and stamina recovery. While that doesn't sound like a ton, you are getting all 3 resources. This trait ideally is used for hybrid builds. When compared to Divines with the Serpent Stone, you only lag behind about 100 to 200 recovery, but gains the extra bit of health and magic recovery, which in my opinion, depending on the build, isn't too bad of a trade-off. For the final and best trait is Divines. This is the best trait for PvP right now, in my opinion, because this will increase the effectiveness of your Mundus Stones. So what is a Mundus Stone? Mundus Stones are a boon you pick up across the world of Tamriel. They add a particular stat to your character. You can only have one boon active at a time, but if you run a crafted set called Twice-Worn Star, you can have up to 2 boons. Divines at gold quality increases the effectiveness of your Mundus Stone by 9.1%. Since the recent buff to a few different Mundus Stones, particularly the Serpent and the Atronach Stones, they add tons of sustain to his stamina and magic build respectively. Because of the recent nerf to the Impentray and the buff to the Recovery Mundus Stones, Divines is in my opinion the best all-around option for PvP right now in the Elder Scrolls Online. And that's it, guys. I would like to spark a discussion. Let's discuss the best armor traits. Because I'm open to ideas and opinions as well. Because I'm always trying to think of the best things. If you guys have something to comment, just let me know. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.